guys, happy Friday night. Change of scenery, right? It's pretty late this Friday evening. We are hanging out at Mama and Pop's house tonight. Kind of a long story, but essentially I'm having to kind of help Jonathan get home from work tonight. He's having some truck trouble. And so me and the girls are hanging out here until it's time to go pick him up from work tonight. But we've got our very large and in charge iced coffee. And we've got a great snack going on. Dunkaroos. So we're just really throwing it back. And here's why we're throwing it back with the Dunkaroos. So we're doing something different tonight. And I just thought it'd be something fun. I am going to show you guys some old photos that I just kind of like randomly went through and picked. They're old, like maybe they're 3 years old. Maybe they're 10 years old. Maybe they're 12 years old. I think the oldest one is probably, I don't know, around like 23 years old, probably. It's probably as far back as we're going tonight. But I'm going to show you these pictures and I am going to then kind of react to them, tell you like kind of what was going on, what memories are sparked, things like that. I thought it would just be a fun kind of Friday night hangout with the Moats family. So the girls are currently getting a bath in the next room. If you hear a bunch of playing and ruckus, it's them having fun with Mama. Ignore it. But let's just jump on in and get started. These are in no particular order. Okay, so they're just going to be all over the place. Some pre-kids, most of them pre-kids, honestly. And yeah, it should be fun. So let's hang out. All right, so let's get started. We're going to kind of go through this fairly quickly. I'm not going to take just like a bunch of time and talk about everything because I do have a pretty good, like I have several pictures. So let's dive on in. This first picture, all these old pictures of me and Jonathan, just like, I feel like we're so young and they look so sweet. But this picture's from 2016. It was our very first trip to the mountains. Well, I say it was our first trip. Maybe it was like the first one where we were like really went for an extended period of time, stayed in a cabin, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's really where like we found the mountains for ourselves and we kind of fell in love with like Townsend and that area and just such sweet memories there. All right, next, this is my best friend in the world, Julie, and we have been best friends since we became, since like freshman year of college. So 2008 is when we became friends. And this picture is actually like from one of our homecoming weekends after we had graduated. I think it's from around like 2013, 2014. And we were back and just kind of like living that college life for a weekend. And I just love her. She's like my sister and any time with her is just so special. And this was just hands down one of those times. All right, this is Julie again. And here I'm telling you, this is where some like core memories of my life were made. This picture's from 2011. We are in the London airport. We are on our way to Tel Aviv, Israel to study abroad for 3 weeks in Israel, Turkey, and Jordan. And man, so we're on our way there. Life is just like high of life. Like, how can it get any better than this, truly? And I mean, man, what an amazing trip, number one. And just amazing memories, maybe amazing relationships. Absolutely awesome. My sweet, sweet Gussie. This picture's from 2017. And this was one of the few overnight trips that Gus went on with us. This was way before we had kids. We went up to North Carolina to Grandfather Mountain and Gus went hiking with us and he was just the sweetest. And I love our pictures from this trip. They're just like, they bring back such good memories. It snowed while we were there. Our car battery died, just like crazy things. But I do remember specifically on this little hike up to Grandfather Mountain, Gussie slipped and he busted his little chin and like, he was so embarrassed that he fell and he was like a little kid. He just wanted to be held, wanted to be taken care of. But just such sweet times. Now these kids right here, these were my first kids. These were my school kids, the kids I taught them from the time they were in 8th grade till the time they were in 12th grade and did everything with them. And I was right out of college. They were young. I mean, we did everything together. We planned so many events at school. And that year in this photo from 2017, they were my yearbook staff. And When I say we spent all day and all night together working on that yearbook, we worked and worked and worked. And we were also at one of our favorite coffee shops, you know, like the Friends coffee shop. I mean, it was like that. So it's Swift and Finch in Rome. And I tell you, like, we went there every day and we worked and we planned and we designed and we just did it all. And they were my first kids. And I love them all so much. So proud of them. And just doing great things. And they taught me a lot about life. Taught me a lot about being a mom. Taught me a lot about growing up. And love them. Love them. This picture, it'll still make me cry today. This was like my farewell from teaching. And this was my first job right out of college, teaching at Unity Christian School. And I taught there for 5 years. I grew up there. I fell in love with education there. I fell in love with working with kids and being hands-on and going above and beyond and being productive and running till you can't run anymore. And it was like my launching pad, no doubt. And I love Unity and I love teaching, and I'm not doing it right now, and that's okay. But this was the picture I took on my last day. I had just turned in my keys, and this was my farewell photo to Unity. Now, this sweet little picture is also from 2017, and this is my niece, Dakota. She's now 7, and this was the first time I held her. She had just arrived, and it was really one of the first times as an adult that I had like held a newborn baby, and just what a feeling, right? What a feeling. And I love her so much, just adore her. She's the sweetest and most precious little child. And just seeing her as a baby, seeing how much she's grown, I'm like, are my girls going to grow just as fast? Because it's wild. All right, sip of iced coffee. By the way, my iced coffee is coffee. It's a splash of heavy whipping cream, and then it's milk and it's ice. Done and done. All right, so next picture. This is from 2010. Wow, how we have changed. These are our engagement pictures, and I feel like we were so young, so young. Coincidence, these were taken at Berry College, which is like kind of where Jonathan works now. So that's just kind of funny. But 2010 engagement pictures. So we started dating in 2016. No. Woo. We started dating in 2006 and got engaged in 2010. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Got engaged in 2010, got married in 2012. So started dating in 2006 when I was 16. Got engaged in 2010, got married in 2012. Yes, that's it. 06, 10, 12. Whew. I get my 6s and my 16s. I get them mixed up. This one, again, my sweet Gussie. This is just a sweet Christmas picture from 2017. I've always adored this photo. I had gotten like a Polaroid camera for Christmas that year, and I took this picture with Gus, like by the Christmas tree. At this time, like we lived in like a teeny tiny little apartment type house, and small, and life was just so simple. And we thought we had trouble then, right? We thought things were hard then, and then you look back and it's just like, man, like those were the days. And he just managed to like lick my nose, and I caught it at just the right time. And I've always adored this photo. Just absolutely love it. All right, we're throwing it back pretty far again here. I think this photo is from 2007. This is like my absolute childhood best friend. Her name's Kendra, and we're still great friends today. It's one of those things where it's like you can go like 6 months without talking, and then it's just like you talk all the time. And it's like you just don't miss a beat. And she was absolutely my childhood best friend. We did everything together. And this was at like a church competition kind of thing. She was there simply to like support me. She was like my big sister. And this photo just reminds me of all the such sweet times we had, and like how much fun life was as a teenager, like with specific people in your life. And check out this next one. This is also me and Kendra, but it's more like, I think this is probably 2001, maybe 2002. I was maybe like 12 years old. She was maybe like 14, maybe a little younger. but we were helping Santa, and we were his little elves. And this picture is just like so us, just like kind of awkward, kind of not sure where we fit in. And we were so young. We were so young. But I love that we have this picture together, and love her still today. And it's so sweet to have like friends who you've been friends with for that long and that are just super special in your life. Now, this picture doesn't scream summertime to me. I don't know what does. In the front yard, we were at Jonathan's parents' house, which is always just like chill, relaxed. And I think it was like Mother's Day. And so this was before I had kids. I was like, it's Mother's Day. I need a picture of my dog. And I just always adored this picture of me and Gus. And I miss him. I do. I miss him so much. But he was my best pal, and he was right there with me. He was my kid. And so we got a picture on Mother's Day. And I just love it because his Frisbee's right there. We were out in the yard playing Frisbee. Just a very chill day. And it just brings me back to that moment right there with him. And now this picture to me screams growing up, right? It's like, okay, we're officially grown-ups. We bought our first house. And so this picture is from when we bought our first house. And you know, again, you look back and it's like, man, life was so simple then. But we had just bought our first house. We were getting ready to jump in there and repaint and redo and just do everything we could ourselves. And we did. And it's been so sweet just to watch that place like turn into a home for our family, for our kids. And just so thankful for it. So thankful for it. I have a few pictures from this next memory. So this is Jonathan's 30th birthday. And I threw him a surprise party. And like it was like the biggest surprise I've ever pulled on him. And it was awesome. He thought we were going to my work Christmas party. Turned out it was his 30th birthday surprise party. And he was shocked. And my best friend Julie was in town. Everybody was there. It was just awesome. So here's a few pictures from that one because that was like highlight core memory, no doubt. All right, we're throwing it back to 2011 with this photo. This is me and Julie. We were in college. We were working some type of an event. We were making snow cones. It was like probably a Friday night, probably a fall night. And like those feelings of like fall, jamming to Taylor Swift, probably like going out to eat, going out to coffee afterwards. High points of life, good memories, best friends, just like prime of life, sweet times. All right, so I think this is mine and Jonathan's like first official picture since like we were dating, and it's from 2006, not 16, 2006, and my little glasses. What's funny is I wore those glasses up until like last year. Same frames, different lenses, same frames. But I just couldn't, it was a hard thing to let go of for me. But yeah, since we've been dating since 2006 is how long we've been together, almost 20 years. Like, it blows my mind. But like, I love that little basketball necklace that I have on. It's like, I wore that thing every day. Like, took it off to sleep, the end. And you can tell so much about like the decade in that photo, and it just cracks me up. But I'm just so thankful for him, for this. Just, I love our life. All right, now this was my 30th birthday, and this was in the midst of COVID. So my birthday's in April, COVID hit in March, and me and my best friend Julie, we were supposed to go out of town to celebrate our 30th birthdays together. We were going to turn 30 in 30A in Florida, and COVID. And the trip was totally canceled. And we were supposed to go in like May, and that was the high point of everything shutting down. And it just was, it was a bummer. It was a huge bummer. And so one of my other great friends, Jenny, she had this massive sign sitting in my front yard for my 30th birthday. I have a few pictures from it because it was epic. Like, I was like shocked, blown away. She also dropped off this cake for me. It was, how do you ask for a better 30th birthday when you're stuck in the house in the middle of COVID? But it was sweet times. And just like, COVID, right? Like, well, glad it's over, but sweet memories from COVID. All right, so this picture, I was hiding a secret and I didn't even know it. So I was pregnant in this photo with Addie. This was Thanksgiving and I had no idea. Like, I had no idea. And so I knew that I didn't feel right. I was not like excited to eat Thanksgiving food. I could hardly eat anything, but I wasn't really like, well, I was kind of like, am I pregnant? Gotta be pregnant. But we hadn't like gone there yet. I think it was the next week that I took a test and we confirmed and all of that. But yeah, we look back at these pictures and it's just so funny because I was pregnant and I didn't even know. All right, and now this picture is from Christmas of that same year. So that was 2020 still. And this is with Jonathan's family. And we had just announced that we were expecting with Addie. And of course, like, you see Jonathan's dad in that photo. And, you know, you look back and you would never think, like, 3 years later, he's not here. And, like, we could have never, ever been prepared for that. Could have never planned. You don't plan for that. And so, like, you see pictures like this and they just kind of stop you in your tracks because, like, you're brought right back to that moment where we were all together and life was, like, easy. And my how things change for the good and obviously, like, for the worse. So, I remember when we told his parents, like, they both just lost it. But I just remember his dad specifically, like, hands in face, just crying. I actually think I have a video of this. And if I do, I'm going to throw it in here because, like, it's a special video for me.
It feels special. It's gonna be twins.
It's not twins. It's not twins. It's not twins.
I need a dog.
Did we surprise you?
I've always respected both of you very much. But I've been praying for you, for God's will in your lives. And I've been praying over this child for a long time. And I love you both so much. And I know that this is going to be such a blessing to you. And this is your time, and I know you're ready. This is amazing.
Oh, she's pregnant.
All right, now this one is 2021, and welcome baby Addie to the world. And this was, like, I guess our first official family photo of 3. Addie had just been born. I mean, truthfully, like, for her to have been my first child, her delivery was easy. I'm gonna say easy. I had an epidural. You know, everything went great. Couldn't have been more beautiful. But I look back and I'm like, we were young. We were scared. We didn't know what we were doing. And I just remember Jonathan, like, he did everything for Addie in her first, like, the whole time we were at the hospital. He took totally care of her and just let me, like, take care of me and try to get better. And it's just, you know, becoming parents, wow, it just, it changes everything about you. Like, I look back and there are times when I'm like, I never would have done that. Never would have done that. How could you handle things like that? But then you become a parent and you're like, oh, it all makes more sense. It all makes more sense. All right. And we're going to stop here for tonight with this last photo from 2021. And it's a Christmas photo, which seems fitting because we are just about into the Christmas season. And this is our first Christmas with a kiddo. And I'm going to tell you, Christmas becomes way more magical when you have kids. Like, you know, it's fun when you're a kid. When you're an adult, it's fine. Like, you just want things and money and, you know, there's that piece. But when you become a parent at Christmas, man, the magic is just back. You're like, what can I do to make this special? What can I do to make this more magical? How can we enjoy this time as a family? How can we like point our kids to Jesus through this time? Just all of these things. And like, I have a newfound love for celebrating Christmas, the real reason for it. And then additionally, just like the fun, the toys, you know, the games, the parties, all of that. It's so much more fun when you have kids to share it with. And so with that, we are truly looking forward to celebrating the Christmas season. I mean, we're so close. We start doing Christmas like the day after Thanksgiving. So we're about a week out and we cannot wait to share our Christmas memories with you guys. Thank you guys for sharing this time with me. This was fun. Like, I totally enjoyed this. This was like, I love just talking to you guys, getting to share our life, getting to share some memories. I hope you all enjoyed this. But if you stuck with us to the end, thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. And be sure to subscribe if you have not. I don't want you to miss out. So thanks for doing it. Subscribe. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Happy Friday.